Alright, after a brief, pseudo-brief hiatus, we are back. And by that I mean like an hour or two. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. Welcome back to Journey Through Eorzea. I am your host, Man with Hat. Tiberius Fox. That was nice. Very handy. We're going to redo the Aery. Let's just go ahead and get that queued up right now. Other players. Estimated time, 11 minutes. I know. Sid has got this fancy mana cutter thing. I don't know why he put it right here, of all places. Like, think about it. Like, he had to put in effort. Let's look at this for a second. He had to put in some serious effort to put that thing right there. Because, like, you gotta, like, pick it up and, like, float it and turn it around and sit there and be like, oh, yep, see, we're right here. Isn't that cool? But I'm just sitting here going, like, what are we doing? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just have it sitting, like, out here? Or, like, at the end of those docks there or something. I understand the blue lights are here, but that's not the point. Neither here nor there, I suppose. Let's go kill Nidhogg as soon as it pops, which is when it pops. So I'll see you then. Oh, about 18 minutes on that one. A lot longer than I was expecting with a assessed time of 11 minutes. Ugh. But that does not matter. It's time to do the Aery, boys. Oh no, it's a potat. Terrible. I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. I just got an eye! Stun him with the eye, yeah! I don't know how that works, but it sounds great. Wicked mortals, I shall melt your flesh and turn your bones to ash. Nidhogg pretty mad. You guys ever play the game Nidhogg? It's about sword fighting. It's like little stick figures doing sword fighting. This cutscene's taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. The Aery. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so we got a warrior, myself, dancer, shameful, and an astrologian. He ain't got no blue eyes white dragons, so I don't know what to tell him. Let's kill some dragons, shall we, kids? Throw swords, throw them again. Of all the buttons I could have picked right there, I picked the wrong one. Let's see if we can do something cool here. Oh no, it's more orange stuff on the floor. Divert all power to destroy the floor. Real ones know that reference too, by the way. I'm never above fancy references. I love how, and I don't know how people do it. I don't know if people keep moving and then also talk. It's like they all have their iPhones out and they're just using it to talk. You know, like text to voice. Potato Man is dangerous. Speaks in a foreign tongue that no one understands. You know what I think it is? Is that people playing mouse and keyboard, they can probably just switch from mouse and keyboard to just typing really fast, but I'm playing with controllers, so I can't. So it seems like a foreign, weird concept to me. But I'm gonna hit that guy there. Hit him with one of these. I know that there's like little things that show up around, like the arena. Oh, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm not even looking at what's going on. Sting. Should probably just true north him, honestly. Oh no, it's a bad guy. It's a bad guy. Ow, my face. I don't have the thing I had barred where I could do like the little heal. And that's gonna be, I'm doing the wrong spot. Let's just do that, pretend no one notices, okay? No one saw me do anything. Oh, I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed. I'm just gonna hit him with that, there we go. You know, I don't know that I am, but I feel like I am just doing the sickest amount of damage as Viper. I probably am not. If I was parsing like an absolute gangster, I would probably know that I'm actually not doing that much damage. But I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage. And that's the best way to be. If you can just, like, delude yourself into thinking you're doing a ton of damage when you're not actually, you know, you can't really argue with that. Also, it seems my Viper sight has been expanded. Don't know what that means exactly, except for my little gauge thing there. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Alright. Are we gonna stay here, or are we gonna try and pull, like, the whole half acre? It's looking like half acre. Let's go. Alright. Oh no, we've been hit with more dragon lightning thing. I love pushing the wrong button. No one saw that, except for it's recorded for all time. But I'm telling none of you to notice it. I'm telling all of you to just not notice it. You just don't notice it, and we all acknowledge. If we all just gentleman's agreement, so to speak, to not have noticed when I fumble pushing buttons, I think we'll all be better off, and we'll all have a better time. Okay? Oh no, it's more broodlings! I have no idea how dragons reproduce. Like, do they ever get as strong as the original ones? Like, that's a question we all want to know. Just like I want to know why my cat has to walk in front of me because he wants my attention. No, sir, I don't think so. I don't like it. Alright. Oh gosh, we're all... I can't attack things if we're all running. My attacks aren't even landing where I was. They're going where I want to be. Oh no. I'm not good enough at Viper for you to do this. Alright, let's just nuke this guy down. Let's try it. Let's pretend we're that good. Yeah, chaining together attacks feels cool. Viper just feels cool, man. Like, you just do cool things. I don't know what all the things are that I have to push, but if I did, I tell you what, I would do them. Alright, I know. Pretty sure I didn't want to do that, but you know what? Hey. Oh no, I don't know. Is that bad? Do we stay out of it? We stay out of it. Okay. I'm just gonna throw swords. When in doubt, throw swords. Even ever watch? I didn't watch a lot of Metalocalypse, but I do remember the statement, "Throw your phones at that guy." And so I'm saying, throw your phones at that guy. You know what I mean? Oh no. Oh wait, we gotta stay in it. We gotta stay in it. Kinda. Wait, no, we gotta go over there? I think we go over there. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so he's setting the gas aflame. All right, stay close on him now. I have a closer, which I can't often say. Hit that guy. We're supposed to go. I'm just gonna go over here. Here I am staring at my hotbar like the whole time, hoping I'm doing the fat deeps. I don't know if I actually am, but you know, I like to, like I said, I like to feel like I am. Is there truly anything more important than feeling like you're being a success? You don't need to actually succeed, you just need to feel like you're succeeding. That's the secret of life, the secret sauce, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you guys agree? That the true secret sauce to life is just feeling like you've accomplished something. That's like what every modern video game is now. Alright. This game's still going when I'm retired. Maybe then I will go and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get good enough at the game to do a thing. But until then, you know, that's like 20 years from now. So the game's still around in 20 years. We'll talk. There's games that were around 20 years ago that are still around today. They're not very good, and there's like 7 people to play them. But I mean, that's not really the point, is it? One of my biggest problems is, like, I know that part of the Viper is just keeping these buffs up, but, like, I just don't look over there. Even though I've increased their size so that I can see them, I just don't. I get tunnel vision super bad, and so I don't really pay any attention. Please forgive me, online moms and dads. Oh, I made that thing open. I wanted to read that, but apparently I've fumbled that. Oh, I like that one, the Tunica Scouting. I like that one. It's got a little, like, thing going on there. I should probably actually keep an eye out for, like, gear that's not necessarily better than what I have, but I can clamp onto it to make it look nice. Although now that I think about it, I don't really need to do that, because they don't really do that anymore. Everything is glam, and as we all know, glam is endgame. Alright. I remember this, like a bunch of dudes are gonna start spawning. But if we have maximum wherewithal, we'll be fine. Hiya! I remember the first time I did this, I was like, dude, there's so many of them. What are we gonna do about this? There are so many of them. But then I realized, like, they were, like, pretty weak. I feel like they might be weaker than they used to be, but I also might be misremembering that. So, red mages have that thing called Verdun. The Angel of Verdun? That's from a movie. Verdun's also a place from World War I. Alright. Now I know for a fact, this is one of the fights that they changed. It used to be, you had a section where you had to, defend Estinian while he charged up his being awesome and put up like a big shield and thing. But because of the way they changed the AI playing for you and stuff, they don't do that anymore, is my understanding. I haven't done this since that change. Oh. Oh. Hit him with that, and then we'll stop carrying it, though. I don't need to hit you with that if I have True North. True North is for cheating. I also know that there is a point, I don't know if it's true anymore, you used to lock up one of your teammates, I think was in this fight, and you had to do a thing in a certain amount of time, or he, like, killed one of your teammates. So, I'm kind of sad they got rid of the Estinian thing, because it was kind of like a big plot point for the fight. But then they were like, well, you know, or at least I won't say a big plot point, but like showing that Estinian's there. He has, yep, they're doing the thing. They're doing the thing to me. The Sable Price, yes, they must kill the Sable Price. I feel like that used to be a lot harder than that was. But what do I know, you know what I mean? Well, you better run. You better run. Alright. Let's pull out the fattest AoEs we've ever had in our whole lives. I can't even see myself. I'm hoping doing lots of damage. Didn't even get to 40%. Let's go. Yeah. My rage will consume you, he says. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, he still did a solid amount of damage for that. Kind of impressed, really? I better move. I think he's gonna land right in the middle. He did! Giving me that little Y attack has really made my combos more interesting now, which I appreciate. Got him! Yeah, that fight is way, way, way simpler. So do we win? I feel like end of the story Tyrus gonna get his hero. I don't know if they know that I'm not the first time I've ever done this because they didn't get a bonus, but that is the side of the thing. I don't know who said that. Hang on. Mimiu? Alright, I gotta give it to Mimiu. He's still here. Nope. Alright, we're gonna use that one. Alright, I got 3 player comms? They must have thought I was new. I don't know, maybe they didn't. I didn't have a sprout, but as we all know, I put it in my thing. Oh, I just bumped my mic. As we all know, you know, I put it in the thing, letting everyone know what I'm doing, so do they kind of like, I don't remember this being here or not, so I guess we'll just see what happens. Oof! He took a fall there, didn't he? That ring on my finger really glows. I mean, we can try and talk it out right now, but that was divine. Use thine own eye against me. Time hath done naught to dilute thy kind's depravity. I mean, I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once and shall do so again.
No worm! This ends here!
He's kind of smiling a little bit. He's pretty jazzed about it. Oh, right in the top of the head. He's hitting him with the Mr. Stabby. Oh, you can actually see his face in there. Oh, interesting. He just got taken over, I'm guessing. He's red now. Does everything that dies just turn into Puff Thing? Or, like, because they kind of are inconsistent about that. I did not get the impression the dragon was, like, made of ether. He's got both eyes now. They couldn't just kill him. Now he's gonna take both eyes.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Oh, we're doing an 8-track flashback. Oh wait, no, we're not. We're getting another one of our gems re-gemmed. Which, if I may say, is truly outrageous. Well, 3 down, 3 to go, and we'll be back in business. I can't imagine Midgardstorm is pretty jazzed about that. At the same time, dude, they could have talked us down. We could have just talked about it. But no, they didn't want to do that. We are doing some flashbacks, okay. You got like silver armor. This must be like way back in the past with one of the other Azure Dragoons or whatever.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
They stole them before, which means this has happened before. And if it's happened before, that means it can be undone, I'm guessing. So is that... Oh, was Nidhogg a primal? Wait a minute.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
Those ne'er-do-wells.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
So something I'm wondering about right now is this is supposed... I'm guessing this is supposed to be a long, long, long time ago, right? But they're in, like, the ruins of... what you call it? I can't think of what it's called all the time. The sky place, whatever. What is that? Can't think of what it's called. It doesn't matter. The place where the Moggs and Hraesvelgr all hang out. And my understanding is that place was supposed to be not ruins back then? Unless this is, like, sometime in between. I mean, I know they were originally that way, right? You would just think that they wouldn't... I don't know. It's probably just a small nitpick thing. I'm just wondering, like, shouldn't this place be, like, in, like, better condition than it is? And it looks like it does today, basically. Which is just a torn-up ruin. Dude got pockets like Link.
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
That's awfully pretentious.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
That Silver Dragoon armor looks kind of cool.
Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance, shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
I'm trying to understand exactly what I'm missing here. So the whole thing so far has been that back then the dragons and the elves and got along, and they were all hanging out and chilling out. And then all of a sudden the legend is that the humans got greedy and they killed Ratatoskr and they stole her eyes and her power. And when they did that, that pissed off Nidhogg and Hrosvelgar, but he kind of gave it up because he was like, hey, you know, like, I have Shiva, so I'm gonna like let it go. But he seems like he's not super happy that they did that, so I don't maybe it's just revealing itself slowly. Maybe I'm forgetting a detail here.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Okay. So who are you?
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
We four, then.
The four houses.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemail.
The four have big houses of Ishgard. Okay, so that's how they became the
But
big four.
4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
Okay. So what's the truth I'm missing? That you guys, like, did something nefarious? I'm missing some detail here that I'm either forgot or something like that. Because I know they ate Ratatoskr. They have admitted as much. That is given. And they went and killed Nidhogg, but not really. So, I don't know.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted.
Okay, so when he said the sire, he meant his dad. Yeah, his dad, okay. His dad, the king, died. Got it. But, like, why?
And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
Yeah, but, like, in that past thing, he had 2 eyes that he had in his possession, not just 1. But they're saying there's only 1. So why'd you have to get it back?
A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt. Save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
That's what I'm asking, man. And why is it a different color? I don't think that's actually one of Nidhogg's eyes. And why are you giving that to me, exactly?
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
Truly. I'm excited to learn the truth of this. I like that he's just straight up red now. I assume that's supposed to be like he's covered in blood, but my brain said that it wasn't blood, but it was like the power of the eye corrupted his armor and turned him red. But, like, you know what? Either one is fine.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
Something gonna go wrong.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
I'm just kind of wondering if Nidhogg... Because it didn't say Nidhogg died, it just said he stole his eyes. So was one of the eyes that he took, that was... Oh, was that Hraesvelgr's other eye? He gave him one of his eyes? Is that it? Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the strain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again, and if Iceheart yet lingers at zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth of the dragon's maw. It must be that Hraesvelgr gave one of his eyes to Nidhogg because save his life, or like because he felt for him, or something like that. It's just over there. We're over here, we're over there. Alright, we'll fly over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and fly. Yay, big fly. But no, so Hraesvelgr's eyes are yellow, Nidhogg's eyes are red. His eye was clearly yellow when he killed him. He should give the eye back to Hraesvelgr. Or, well, no, he gave it to me, right? So that means I have Hraesvelgr's other eye. But then the question then goes, where's Nidhogg's other eye? And I'm trying to remember. I know that eventually he gets taken over by it or whatever. Estinian gets, like, you know, bamboozle captured, whatever, by Nidhogg. I think it must be when he gets both of his eyes, as opposed to one in the other. Because then it's like his concentrated essence in his eyes, having both of them. And then I'm assuming that's why he didn't die. I just get confused, like, when the dragon died, he just turned into a puff or whatever. And I thought that only happened to primals and stuff when they died, because they're just like constructs of ether, basically, right? But Nidhogg wasn't. So, but again, that might just be a nitpick thing, like just another one of those things where I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, it's just a dumb little thing that doesn't matter, you know, whatever. All right, time to land up here. It's Eorzea. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. Would that you could desire from this place. Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at long last bring the bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Warrior of Light. That's right. Play the cool little trumpet. Stupid little Moogle horn thing. Because that's the best way to summon dragon. He's gonna get mad. He's like, why didn't I take that away from you? I ain't never gonna forgive them Moogles for giving that to you. Yeah, so he's got yellow eye and the other one's missing. Impertinent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. It turned into pure light. Shebang. I like the dragon's eyes. Eyes in Japanese stuff can just be taken out and put in other places. It doesn't matter if it's Naruto with the Uchiha or anything. Just dragons. Doesn't matter. Just take eyes, pluck them out, put them somewhere else. Totally works, no problem. Oh, it's time for another 8-track flashback. Nidhogg, what has befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatoskar's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. You know, I think this all falls down to, because we kind of, all right, if you know what happens already, but yeah, like, you know what I mean? But did Thornton lose his mind, and is that why everything went wrong? Is like Thornton is the reason, and that's why his son was like, I don't feel good about any of this because he didn't want to do that. Anyway, Hraesvelgr says, she is slain then. What madness have unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, blood brother, or brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elezen. He blames himself. Okay. But thou wert enchanted by the mortal maid. Thy folly has cost Ratatoskr her life, and me mine eyes. Okay. O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. I'm also wondering if Nidhogg has something to do with this afterwards, because he's baiting him into giving him one of his eyes. He could just be doing it for the love of the game because he's just mad. But I kind of wonder if he's like, yeah, I lost an eye because I did something dumb and got them to betray us, you know? And so that, I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. Hraesvelgar, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. See, he's blaming him and guilt tripping him into giving up one of his eyes. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. My vengeance is begun. Yeah, he guilt tripped him into giving the eye, but I kind of feel like there's some nefarious stuff going at play for him to give up the eye, right? He feels bad about it, but what did he do to bait that? Like, that seems very manipulative. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor, that he might extract his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us. See, something's afoot here.
And so you
Ascians,
acquiesced.
maybe?
You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
It's funny, knowing only remembering part of this, that, like, I remember bits, but it's not enough to put the whole picture together.
This one son in Ela.
The peace my beloved so dearly desired has been shattered by her own kin. He don't feel bad about it at all. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life, and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou fits my indignation will move me to remorse?
Einfall, Kolum an, Tolos Ineskla.
Go, mortals, take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery.
Kas echi shiso, sek mon ina an, Srei snowfall in sif I an.
Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgar wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Yeah, well, you're not wrong about that. He gave Nidhogg everything he needed to completely dumpster us for like 1,000 years, so.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I can't tell if she's serious or not. She suddenly changed her tune.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
Oh, he said the line, we were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
That's what I all want to know.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom?
Oh, some stuff going down.
At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return.
What's going on? Tell me right now. I need to know.
Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgar was right about us.
Oh.
Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
I really gotta change my
Wait!
pants. Those
I
pants
would
are too
join
tight.
you.
You wanna come
There has
with?
been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
I respect the hustle. Yeah, I gotta wear some different pants, man. My pants are like dumb.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Oh, it's Knights of the Round.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then.
If the king was Thordan, and he was there and did the whole thing, but then he died, and then the other guy just like bailed and got off, and this guy is like Archbishop. One, when did the Archbishop come into play? Two, he's Thordan, so like, is that just like a name, or is he actually like related to that guy?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
You know that one guy's serious. He's got an eye patch.
The moment is at hand.
La Habrea.
Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the bringer of light to die.
Those big words, man. I don't know about that. Oh no, it's all on fire. You guys going and setting things on fire while I'm gone. Paul Chiffon. He's like, I don't know about that, man. But okay. He sees her and then he looks at him. He's like drenched in blood and red. And and I'm there and it's like, but alright, sure.
Yeah.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
Question is, how do they feel about that? Everyone like,
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
she really do just be tired of the fighting.
Lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
I don't know, way sure that I like peace? What's peace? We just wanted to fight some dudes. Look at that guy swinging his sword. Ugh, sucks, I don't want peace. I wanted to fight dudes. I respect that. I also wanted to fight dudes.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Dude, Tamora's Temple Knight, shut up. Alright? This ain't the time for that.
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
For real. Don't be chasing somebody down and starting static. It's like getting, like, a cop gives you a ticket and like, yeah, alright, I'm gonna let you off the warning. So you start yelling profanity at him and, like, throwing stuff at him. It's like, why would you do that? Don't do that. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem the calm was returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard are the oddest of company, my friend. I get that. I get that a lot. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Tiberius? Don't you ask Istinian? He was there. Beg pardon, you traveled to the Churning Mist together, along with Istinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified, Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fortem Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Tiberius and I shall await you there. Let's go. Alright. More things on fire? Alright, let's go talk to Lord Fortem. I know at one point or another we sit over here and we like talk about stuff. Or did we already do that? I can't remember. My brain really is Swiss cheese. It's terrible. Welcome, Master Fox. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. Voice cutscenes? Maybe? I'm getting voice cutscene vibes.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We
love
bring
voice
the
acting.
most wonderful tidings.
He's just so jazzed about it. I'm gonna start spamming the Horschfauna emote. Let me tell you a tale, guys. It's pretty good.
The infamous Lady Iceheart? Here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
Dude, I just gotta wonder, Lo, was that like the Ascians that did that? Like, or that like spurned him to do it? You know what I mean? Because they seem to love influencing people to do bad things. You know?
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
You know, I gotta look it up later. Sir Emmerich, I don't think, is from one of the High Houses, so what puts him in his position of power? I want to know. Is he just chosen to run there, or is he like...
Sir Emmerich,
from one of
you
the big
cannot
house?
mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Well,
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore.
'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
You ain't wrong about that. People aren't going to be willing to toe the line if there's not like a common enemy for them to deal with.
Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
That blue sword of his is so sick, dude.
A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Well, divided anything won't survive, really.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emeric prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Oh, are we getting ready to do the vault?
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
Everybody's so worried about it.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Oh, see, I was just asking about that.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Oh.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
But who's the Archbishop? That's what I want to know.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
Oh, what? Like, no one even likes you either.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever. And we may be his only hope.
Am I not wrong that Harshfont, if I recall correctly, they said early on that he is the pseudo illegitimate son of Harsfortholm, right? So he's like hated by his like stepmother or whatever you want to say, and they don't really accept him necessarily, even though he's an absolute ball and chad.
There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
That's right, my boy.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
Preparations? I don't need preparations at
I
all.
thank you all for your support.
I'll go in right now. I ain't scared. I think we're getting ready to do the vault. At which time, if it is, then that's probably where we'll cut, is right before the vault. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. We're getting ready to do the vault. Alright. Let's just do it. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even assembled might of House Fortom and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the room. 'Twas the disgruntled guardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and Tiberius reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail, but as the outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. We need Tataru. Very well, we shall make our leader of our seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. Many my thanks, Estinian. Will the brothers heed your command if you order them to stand outside? Or aside, huh? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise, Tiberius. We should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have a knowledge of the revolutionaries. Time to get ready for the vault! Like, possibly one of the most notorious dungeons in this entire game. Who's this guy? He's a level 58 warrior. It says, like android on the run from Corpo's little android. Whatever. Let's see. It would be this one. Alright, let's see. Ah, it's Max Wallenrod. A level 100 dancer. Poor man. He didn't deserve that kind of punishment, you know what I mean? I think that's going to be my new meme. We hate dancers in this channel. Alright. Tiberius, Alphino. Gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Grimmel and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What became of your journey? We went and we saw some dragons. We fought some dragons. And they told us that it was somebody else's fault. You're not serious? What was Sir Emeric thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say about any certainty is they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker, if ever I've heard one, but mayhap will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us make our inquiries below. Let's go make our inquiries below, or whatever. Let's go down and find the Mongrel. The Mongrel hordes. I guess we go this way. Not my legs! Alright, down here in this corner. Broom Starveling. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Well, I mean, like, with that attitude, sure. Sure. What's not to trust about a man with two swords and a big cool hat? You know what I mean? You should just trust me. I'm just saying. What's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. How very helpful, thanks. Alright, they're having a snowball fight? I don't know what a goddamn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Well, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks for your continued support and help there, buckaroo. Oh, is it down there? I'm going up, but I need to go down. Oh, how nice. My legs. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Guillemot knows aught of value? As proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he will have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be forthcoming than the others. Or more forthcoming. Alright, I gotta go back up and around, I guess. We're just gonna do this. Ninja teleport. You know, I did go recently see Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, and while it is not as good as the first one, it's still pretty fun. You know, people long for the sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it will come with comes with tight lips. That was terrible, I'm sorry. Discretion, Tiberius, that's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the crow's ear who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? Am I really going? I always love when the game does that. It goes, okay, there's this really important thing I need to do. We need to do it right now. Okay, we need some information. What do you gotta do? Go do this menial task for me, please. Go collect some herbs from some dude. It's like, okay. Sure, what do I know? Oh no, it's Setsuna Fuyutsuki! It says G-pose artist, head pat enthusiast. Hater of pants, probably. Well, now that I know that WWUT means walk up and talk. Well, I'm not gonna do that because I'm cool. So you're Gilbrand's errand boy? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of these bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more till next year. Or any more next year? Okay. How do they get that balloon to stay right there with the sign? That's what I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, you know what I mean? Alright, so now that we've gone and talked to the random cat dude. I just realized, was that a buff cat dude? I don't think they introduced buff cat dudes until way later. Was I not paying attention? I have to go back and watch that. I'm losing my mind, dude. I didn't think they introduced buff cat dudes until, like, Shadowbringers. But then, maybe that guy was just a... Was he just a Rogadin and I wasn't paying attention? That could have been it. My brain said buff cat dude, though, so... I guess I'll have to go back and see it. You're gonna hand him over or not? Alright, this ought to do it. With a few other spices I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people and who knows which stories they'll share. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Eorzea is her name, and she relies in the pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, it'd be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? You just made wine in like 6 seconds, that's pretty good. That's pretty good winemaking ability there, buddy. You making wine worth your salt by... Well, I know, I've talked to some wine people, I'll tell you what. Why, once upon a time, I saved a wine vine that was legendary. And then we also made wine in some coconut shells, you know. There's been some serious wine time, you know what I mean? But if you say this is good enough, then so be it, it's good enough. As I try not to yawn through... Ah! Wait a minute, what did they say? Well, I knew the sun's true sire. What if they're talking about Aymeric? Eorzea! We got Eorzea. You're kind of old and frumpy looking, let's go. Yes, I'm Eorzea. Beg your pardon. Do I know you, sir? Yeah, I got some booze for you, no problem. I know the smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. Must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt. But she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, God's the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but when with a hire made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service and cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Noble indiscretions. Alright, we gotta go complete noble indiscretions, kids. Hoping to get this to the point where right before we get to the thing, but I don't know how many more quests are before that. So we might get there, we might not, we'll see. I know we're trying to figure out about wine and what have you, or like, you know, find some person. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Even the pedant can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geroldio, for example. Surely you've heard of him? No? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none who prohibits spirituous beverages. Ah, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. I'm just taking him wine too. We're playing wine delivery service. Dude, I love it. Alright, I think we're going to get to where we're going to drop this off, and then we're going to call it for now. As much as I like wine delivery service. Oh wait, are we supposed to go back this way? Did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. Just some dude over in the corner. My face went. I think he's just down here. I'm just like dumb, and I don't understand anything. Oh, I thought I saw him. I was like, what? Oh yeah. Look. Don't mind me. I just come down here to give you wine and break my legs. Yeah, he's dapper. Alright, with that, we will cut it for now. Hopefully we're getting real close to, I'm sure, getting in to go and do the vault. The notorious vault. But, you know, the only way you'd know about that is if you knew about... Till next time.